naira a month to now be seeing anything between 13 and 15 billion naira a month. And that is what has made it possible that we are carrying out all these projects throughout. And therefore, I want to make it categorically clear that when Mr. President wins election in Nasarawa State with anywhere between 70 to 80%, it's not a surprise. It's because the people of Nasarawa State appreciate what Mr. President has done. We just had a by-election in order to test the waters. During our by-election, we had very, very important and committed and well-known contenders from other parties. But our party, the APC, won 45,000 votes during that election. The next party only got 12,000 votes, and then the next very important party got only 11,000 votes. So if you put their votes together, it's only 50% of what we have in the APC. It is not a fluke. It is not a surprise. It is not a gimmick. It is the fact that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is working and APC is working in Nasarawa State, and the people appreciate that. Finally, Mr. President is not just working on the area of the economy, he's working on the area of the fact that he's providing the atmosphere for investment to come in. Your Excellency, you are aware that just last year, Mr. President was represented by the Senate President to commission a company called Avatar, which happens to be the biggest lithium processing plant in Nigeria. Tomorrow, we are on our way back to Nasarawa local government. We are going to commission the one that is twice that, called the New Diamond Energy Lithium Processing Plant in Nigeria, and that one is going to be 6,000 metric tons a day and is bigger than any lithium processing plant in the whole of West Africa. This is being possible because of what is happening. You know, we have so many other investments in agriculture, in mining, in real estate, all happening. I wish you are around tomorrow to hear what the investors are going to say about the $800 million US facility that they just finished building, because Nigeria is the right place to come. And Nasarawa, Plateau, and Nasarawa also has been identified as a place for them to come in. When they finish Nasarawa, they will go to, just like this road, when they finish Nasarawa, they will go to Plateau and then they will go to Gombe. But let them finish Nasarawa first. I thank you very much, and may God continue to bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Sule. Can we put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for the Governor? To add his voice, ladies and gentlemen, is the Director of Highway, Bridges and Design, Federal Minister of Works. Please put our hands together for Engineer Musa Saidu.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, I welcome everybody to this occasion. This reconstruction of 125-kilometer stretch of Akwanga-Jos, Section 1, Phase 1, is due for construction. Why did I say this? Looking at what we did on Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, Sokoto-Badagry Highway, and Trans-Sahara, this is the fourth legacy project of Mr. President. And we are going to use CRCP because this is one of the technology that will make the road last for more than 100 years. This innovative pavement system, championed by Honorable Minister of Works, Honorable Distinguished Senator Engineer David Umahi, reflect the ministry commitment to delivering durable, resilient, cost-effective infrastructure, and this CRCP offers superior performance it reduces maintenance, require extensive service, and the lifespan of this thing will be more than 50 years. In fact, we can guarantee that this road, when it's fully constructed, it will last more than 100 years. Your Excellency, this project will provide 12-meter width carriageway, and it will be constructed on CRCP, continuously reinforced pavement structure. This technology will involve the high yield of Y20 by 16 at the spacing of 200-meter interval. In accordance with the approved engineering design and specification, it also includes the construction of comprehensive drainages along the alignment. Other essential facility and auxiliary work designed to ensure safe, efficient, and modern highway that meet the international standard. As Director of Highway, Bridges and Design, I wish to assure Nigeria that every aspect of this project has been carefully designed in accordance with the established engineering standard and international best practice, and adherence to the project specification to guarantee successful delivery of infrastructure that will stand the test of time. I wish to sincerely commend the visionary leadership of Honorable Minister for Works, Engineer David Nweze Umahi, whose unwavering commitment to renew hope agenda of Mr. President has continued to drive the delivery of quality, durable, and sustainable road infrastructure across the country. God bless Nigeria. God bless Mr. President. Thank you, Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you very much. Can we please put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen? When you have an event like this, to show support, encouragement, and to show that, yes, the people are happy and they want to participate, you will definitely need voices to be added. For goodwill messages, I would like to start by inviting the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement, North Central, Dr. Abiodun Eshed. Let's put our hands together, please.
Thank you very much. Let me start by standing on existing protocol. But as the Taurariwa of Uncle Chimdom of Akwanga, this is homecoming for me. I want to recognize all the traditional leaders that are here, starting from the Emir of Lafia, my father, the children mother of Akwanga, and every other traditional leaders that are here. We want to welcome you to this landmark occasion. On behalf of the 121 local governments of the North Central region, on behalf of the 1,398 wards of the North Central region, on behalf of the 25,726 polling units of the North Central region, we want to say thank you to Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President, because you're a listening president. Thank you for listening to the concern of the North Central region and for this legacy project that is going to transform our environment. This project reflects a leadership that listens. This road has been abandoned for decades, and now it's been transformed. Across the engagement that we've done in our communities, within the traditional leaders, youth leaders, the need for a safer and a more effective road infrastructure has consistently been raised. Today, Mr. President has once again demonstrated that the voices of Nigerians matters and that citizens' concerns are being translated into tangible action. I sincerely appreciate my boss, Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, for his responsive leadership and for continuously listening to the aspirations of Nigerian people. This project stands as a testament of a government that is committed to an inclusive development, national unity, and a shared prosperity. I also commend my godfather, the godfathers of the community engagement team, the Honorable Minister for Works, for his dedication, who has made this significant milestone possible. This is the first time in history where you'll be having 4 legacy projects going on at the same time in Nigeria. This is the first time. Thank you. These projects will benefit present and future generations. May this superhighway serve as a lasting symbol of progress, connectivity, peace, and economic transformation for our nation, Nigeria. Congratulations to the good people of North Central region, to the good people of Northeast region and Northwest region. Thank you once again, Mr. President.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by our capacitated national chairman, Professor Nantangwe Yedwalde, our governors here, the Honorable Minister of Works, His Excellency Engineer David Uweze Umahi, the Honorable Minister of State for Works, the Honorable Minister of Information, and the daughter of the soil, Honorable Minister of Women Affairs, our father, Dr. Abdullah Adamu, our Royal Highnesses, our incoming Governor, Aliyu Wadada, and Isiaku Governor of Gombe State. A very good afternoon. We are here to support this project because we are working at the grassroots on behalf of Mr. President at various sections of the country. We work directly at the community level, and we have seen the work that is being done, especially in terms of infrastructure. In Northwest, we have the superhighway that stretches from Sokoto to Badagry, and then this one too that we're flagging off is a very gigantic project that we can't thank Mr. President enough. We've never had a road that is being done on concrete pavement. We've never had a road that has solar street lights across the whole length and breadth. So we think people should take ownership. The communities, Your Excellency, should take ownership and make sure they safeguard the street lights, because we have seen in the Northwest that some of the sections are being vandalized. So we urge the people of Nasarawa State to take this project as your project. By God's grace, within 3 years, we have seen the tremendous effort by the Honorable Minister of Works towards achieving this dream of Mr. President. Because Mr. President is so courageous, he's so bold, he's taking this project across the length and breadth of Nigeria. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Hello. Very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement, North Central and Northwest. We thank you for adding your voice to this sitting. On behalf of the NLC, I'd like to call Comrade Kuti Williams. Kuti Williams, please. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on as I invite, on behalf of the Traditional Institute, you all agree with me that in every community, the first point of contact for the people is the traditional ruler. We have a man of honor here, His Royal Highness, the Mayor of Lafia, and Chairman Council of Chiefs, a life bencher, Chancellor, Northwest University, Chancellor Muhammadu Buhari University, Chancellor University of Port Harcourt, retired Justice. Let's put our hands together for His Royal Highness, Emir of Lafia, ladies and gentlemen.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency, Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the National Chairman of the party. Your Excellencies, the governors that are present, the Governor of Nasarawa, Gombe, and Plateau State, and the deputies. My very good friend, the Honorable Minister of Works, and the Minister of State. Your Excellencies, as fathers of the land, as those who are given the custody of those at the grassroots level, we are asked to make and pass on a goodwill message. Now let me start with Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. President is our friend. Mr. President is our friend today, and Mr. President will be our friend tomorrow. Something happened, and I always like to mention it. There was a coincidence in my palace, right here in Lafayette. The former president of blessed memory, President Muhammadu Buhari, was on an official visit and visited me in the palace. At the same time, the president was on a campaign tour, the present president. He also was at the palace at the same time. After all said and done, I was asked to make a few remarks. And I turned and looked at the former president. And I said to him, this man who is on the left-hand side, please trust him. He is capable, he has the capability of transforming this country. If you have any doubt, I am telling you today, because I've seen what this man was able to do. He left office as governor of Lagos State, and I was in Lagos. I was posted just as a judicial officer in the Court of Appeal in Lagos of those days. And we watched with admiration the transformation that he brought to Lagos. Trust him. He will transform Nigeria. Your dreams, those of them that you are unable to attain, this man will do that for you. And we are happy today. We are not politicians. We are the grassroots. We are seeing it. By the grace of the Almighty, He has spared our life to see the transformation that Nigeria is undergoing under the present President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Let me say something a little about my friend, the Works Minister. Because this work that we did in the course of the journey in the Nigerian judiciary, we're all over Nigeria. I was in the Enugu division of the Court of Appeal, and I remember it was sometime in 2008. I was in the division. All the time, mostly at the weekend, when the work in the court would have reduced a little and we need to reduce the stress, the best place to go then was Abakaliki. And the Works Minister then was even Deputy Governor. So we go to Abakaliki, we don't know anybody there, drive around, and then stay a little and then go out of Abakaliki. But believe me, I say this with every sense of sincerity. When he took over as governor, and after spending 8 years as governor, when I went to Abakaliki, I could not believe it was Abakaliki. There was no governor in Nigeria like him, because there was no governor, because we went around Nigeria in the course of our work, that was able to transform his city like what the Minister of Works did to Abakaliki. We want to thank God that Mr. President took the right person, and why not the best? My friend, you are the best minister in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Royal Highness. Our most respected and revered traditional ruler, the Chairman, Nasarawa State Council of Chiefs, retired Justice of the Supreme Court. Can we put our hands together for him once again, ladies and gentlemen? I'd like to crave your indulgence and apologize that when I called Kuti to speak on behalf of the NLC, he was very far away from here. He had to squeeze himself to the podium, so I will give him the space to speak.
Thank you very much for the honor. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. And let me especially send my greetings to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I also want to send my greetings to my Honorable Minister, His Excellency Engineer David Umahi, for the work done. Let me say this here, please. The Ministry of Works is the only ministry that does not have any alternative. What do I mean? If you don't have access to government-built houses, you can build your own. If you don't have access to government-built hospitals, you can go to the private hospital. But if there are no good roads that connect towns and cities together, definitely there is nothing that can work in the country. So today, I stand on behalf of all staff of Federal Ministry of Works as the Joint Union Chairman to thank His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also His Excellency, Senator Engineer David Umahi, for this landmark victory. I call it victory because it's a done deal. I also want to commend you on the existing projects, the Sokoto-Badagry, over 1,000 kilometers, the Lagos-Calabar Highway, also that connects about 7 states together. These are not fictions. You don't only hear the voice of the union when things are bad. And that is why we are standing here today. We are not members of any political party, but we are standing on behalf of all staff and all indigenous of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, all citizens, to say thank you for this wonderful project. We know it's going to beneficiary to every one of us for a long time. So, Your Excellency, sir, we want to say thank you to you. You know, I said it to you in the closet. I said you are a blessing to us in the ministry. And I also want to say it publicly, you are a blessing to this nation. And I pray that the Almighty God will continue to strengthen you as you part of the... Thank you.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, sir, when the union says good things about you, then it means there are good things to be said. Please, let's give a round of applause to the Honorable Minister of Works and his team, because the union will not say good things about you if there are no good things to be said. Your Excellency, Mr. President, Excellencies, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful day it is to be in Akwanga today. Please look around you. The number of people who have turned out to celebrate this groundbreaking ceremony is unbelievable. Kuima Governor Tapi, the Minister of State Tapi, Kuima President Chairman na APC Kuima Shitapi so Mungo de Allah. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have a friend who always says, how are you? What are you up to? very concerned gentleman. But he's not just very concerned about me. He's very concerned about the nation. He's particularly concerned about his state. The chairman, Senate Committee on Public Accounts, my brother, the very distinguished Senator Wadada. There he is, sprightly and ready.
من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To our Christian brothers and sisters here, I say shalom. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by our own and indeed our own national chairman of our great party, Professor Nantawe, our governor, my brother, responsive and responsible, Alhaji Sule, the governor of Nasarawa, the governor of brother, His Excellency Caleb Muftwang, and the governor of Gombe State, the deputy governors here present, particularly of our state, Dr. Akabe. Permit me at this point of time to stand on established protocol. To and about the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, so much has been said. So I will not want to repeat all the good things that the President has done within the 3 years he's served in office. But what are the lessons drawn from what Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done to and for Nigeria? The lessons drawn should be of utmost concern to us because of the future. When the project was being analyzed here by the Minister of State and Director Highways, they said the road will last 100 years. So that means the road is constructed today for the future. So if it is targeted at the future, what are Nigerians, what are the lessons drawn by Nigerians from the various performances of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu? One of these lessons is that the electorates should know who truly deserves their votes when the time of election comes. For you to know who deserves your vote, look at Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Any political leadership that is not able to turn around the fortunes of education, economic welfare, social integration, social connectivity, political enlightenment, that political leadership should not be talked about. And if you look at this, the premise of what I have just mentioned, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is key, is cardinal, and of course is a point man to all these points that I have. Never you, as electorates, that is another of the lessons to be drawn, is do not and ever relate, link and connect your power, votes to people that do not know you and people you do not know. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was able to transform Lagos because he knows Lagos and Lagosians know him. He's been able to do what he is doing in Nigeria because he knows Nigeria and Nigerians know him. To my brother and my colleague, I thank the Federal Republic of Nigeria under democratic dispensation to have the Senate that enabled me to be a colleague to you. I call him the uncommon performer, Engineer Umahi. You are doing extremely very well. We commend you, we congratulate you, and we are proud of you. To my governor, if anybody wants to see reason or reasons to commend any governor for judicious, transparent, and effective utilization of funds, look at Engineer A.A. Sule. Like it was said earlier, leadership demands courage. Leadership demands confidence. And it is because Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is courageous and has the confidence. That's why he's been able to come up with unprecedented policies that have turned around the fortunes of Nigeria. Finally, to those much is given, much is expected. Everybody that stood here commended Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's performances. Now 2027 is around the corner. We must translate these commendations to votes. And to those of us of the extraction that believe, and we are convinced, not only believe, neither only convinced, but proud to say Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done well, we shall all come together to ensure that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu comes back 2027. To Nigerians that for some reasons, either of lack of understanding, envy, or whatever, that see Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a failure, usually, normally, traditionally, and conventionally, any student that fails, what happens to him? You give him the chance to repeat so that he passes the next exam. So to them too, give Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu the chance to repeat another 4 years. Thank you very much. I love you.
Distinguished Senator Ahmad Ali Owadada there remarks today at this historic event. Your Excellencies, Royal Highnesses, ladies. We're moving on, and I would like to invite the Chairman, House of Reps Committee on Works, Honorable Akin Alabi. I'd like to respectfully request that we skip protocols to spare time so that we go straight to our points. Let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by our dear National Chairman. National Chairman, I want to congratulate you on the success of our party's primaries. It's not easy to conduct primaries for such a large party like the APC. Not only is it the largest party in Africa, it's the only fully functional party in Nigeria. A lot of interests pulling you right and left, but you've carried on with grace and a smile on your face. Congratulations, may God continue to be with you. Our host governor, I know I've been asked to stand on existing protocols, but I must thank our host governor, Governor Sule, Governor of Gombe. We were with you 2 weeks ago in Gombe, Governor of Plateau State, Honorable Minister of Works, other ministers here. My colleagues at the National Assembly, special mention to the Senate Committee Chairman on Works. Commissioning. That tells us the amount of work the president is doing and the effort he's putting in Nigeria's infrastructure. And you know, it's one thing to want to do well. It's another thing to be able to appoint or hire a good soldier to carry out that duty for you. You might have good intentions, but the person you are sending on an errand, if the person is not capable, your results will not show. But we all know that our dear Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahi, is what we call Mr. Capable. A round peg in a round hole. David, like David in the Bible, a man that does not hesitate to take on Goliath. We know he has taken up a lot of people in this industry, and we are seeing the result. Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your work. Now, I want to congratulate all the leaders and citizens on this axis that this road is going to affect. And you know why I'm congratulating you? Because I know for sure from experience that this project is going to get done. I want you to rest assured it's going to get done, and I'll tell you why. When the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Way was flagged off, there was a lot of skepticism, a lot of criticism, a lot of challenges on that road. But the way this administration has trudged on about this road, you can rest assured that you are going to see similar commitments and similar results on this road. The legacy project, as we've been told, cuts across the country. And make no mistake about it, you know I told you earlier on that I've been going all around the country. Because the government is doing legacy roads, does not mean they are ignoring all the other roads. Roads across the country are being constructed. They are so much that the opposition candidates don't even have anywhere to go. They went to a road that has been constructed. They went to create content. It shows you the level of work being done. And we heard the announcement a couple of days ago about the new roads that have been approved by the federal government. And I want to thank the president for making Oyo State, my dear state, a priority in those roads. We took about a quarter of those road projects. And I want to assure you, Mr. President, I want to assure you, the National Chairman, in Oyo State, and I'm speaking on behalf of all of us, the candidates, starting from Senator Barrister Sharafuddin Abiodun Ali, PhD, our governorship candidate, that not only are we going to deliver our 14 House of Representatives, we are going to deliver our 32 House of Assembly, 32 House of Assemblies. We are going to deliver our 3 Senates. We are going to deliver Barrister Sharafuddin Ali. And we are going to give Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our dear president, our dear father, the level of votes that he has never seen before. And this is because of this great work he's been doing. I want to assure you, Mr. Chairman, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Akin Alabi, Chairman, House Committee on Works, talking about how excited they are, not only in Oyo State, but across Nigeria, for the infrastructural development Mr. President is putting in place. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, indeed, the comment by the Permanent Secretary is germane, because he makes good to say the roads are going to be built with the highest quality. And it's not just about connecting roads, it's about connecting communities and connecting Nigeria, which has become one of the foresights of His Excellency, Mr. President. Connecting Nigeria one city at a time, one state at a time, with good infrastructural development. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the quote from Mr. President himself will underscore the points that I just made. Quote, "Infrastructure is not luxury. It is a necessity. It is the bedrock of national competitiveness, social integration, growth, and economic opportunity," unquote. The President is intentional every time he speaks about infrastructure. Permit me, Your Excellency, the Chairman of APC, representing His Excellency Mr. President today, to invite to the podium Chairman, Senate Committee on Works, the very distinguished Senator Allwell Onyeso. Please encourage him as he comes up to the podium. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, our Father, ably represented by the towering chairman of the most organized party in Africa. When I say most organized, I am not trying to sweet talk you. My friend just told you why you are. So many things happened that have swallowed some persons, but you were able to surmount. And today you are seated here, very relaxed as the party. Thank you very much. Our brother, my colleague, that we donated to the executive arm of government, the former governor of Ebonyi State, that has left a shouting evidence of how to be a governor by how you delivered infrastructure to your people. I want to recognize all the governors here, especially my own friend from Gombe State, the governor of Gombe. I welcome you. And the governor of my second home, Plateau State, and all of you. A special one for our host, the governor of Nasarawa, Engineer A.A. Sule. We saw your handwork before we came here. You are a man for the future as far as infrastructure is concerned. I won't forget my colleagues, the members of National Assembly here, especially my friend and brother Alabi, the Chairman Works Committee, House of Reps. I also use this opportunity to greet the incoming governor of Nasarawa State, the very mercurial Wadada. I know you have won. I can see it from the gathering here, from the way your governor has been able to mobilize your state. I am certainly sure that you are only waiting for the swearing in. Mr. Governor of Nasarawa State, thank you very much. So much has been said about today's event. I won't repeat what has already been said. I can only say that Nigeria is at the threshold of re-engineering. Mr. President is very intentional, like the MC said here. He came prepared. He has done it before in Lagos State. And the way he has been able to midwife Lagos after he left is an indication that Nigeria is in for something great. He has also started midwifing Nigeria. You can see that the roads is preparing for us, are roads that will outlive all of us here. I'm not too sure that in the next 100 years, we'll have more than 1 or 2 or 3 persons still alive. But he's building roads that will outlive all of us. That is Mr. President for you. The National Assembly will continue to support him. We'll do everything within our power to ensure that we give him the financial muscle each time he comes, so that he will continue to do what he knows how to do best. I especially thank Engineer David Umahi and his Minister for State, the young Prince of Sokoto, for being able to interpret the dreams of Mr. President so accurately that Nigerians are beginning to appreciate the president. In spite of all the bad things the very weak opposition has been trying to do. Our traditional leaders, I want to thank all of you, especially their representative, for the blessing you gave Mr. President. I want to thank everybody who has come here today. I want you to look at the 4 legacy projects. Look at the map, how it has crisscrossed Nigeria. And that if you have a fairly good car, you can cover Nigeria in 3 days. If you have a fairly good car, you can cover Nigeria in 3 days. Starting from Badagry, you pierce through Ogun, Oyo, Kwara, Niger, Kebbi, and Sokoto. You can do that in 1.5 days, relaxed. The same thing, coastal road. So Mr. President is really doing well. And like what I said, to whom much is given, a lot is expected. I want to appeal to all of us to give Mr. President the very robust support that he rightly deserves. Once again, I thank everybody for being here and for coming in your numbers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, distinguished Senator, sir. Your Excellencies, Honorable Minister, ladies and gentlemen. Our next speaker is the Honorable Minister of Information and State Orientation, Alhaji Muhammad Idris. Let's put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Your Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by our own chairman, the chairman of the greatest party in the whole of Africa, Professor Nantawe Itwalda. Your Excellencies, our host governor, the governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer A.A. Sule. Your Excellencies, our 2 other governors who are present here, the governor of Gombe State and the governor of Plateau State, the deputy governors here present, and all our incoming governors. I'm seeing my friend, the incoming governor of Gombe State, Alhaji Jamilu Gwamna, not to talk of the son of the soil, my friend, the mercurial, and I'm repeating the word used by the distinguished Senator Wadada. It is said that, let me tell you a little story. Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Works, when our royal father, the retired Justice of the Supreme Court, Justice Sidi Bagye, was making his remark. He named you as the best governor in the cabinet of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, myself and my sister are in that cabinet. Now, if our father, who is a retired Justice of the Supreme Court, has named you as the best governor, what can anybody say? There is no any other court to go to after the Supreme Court, you know that. And we know that our father, our royal father, does not talk anyhow. And for him to say that today is an indication of the kind of work that you are doing together with my brother, the Honorable Minister of State Works. Let me say this, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been in office for only 3 years. The last time I requested for a brief from the Honorable Minister of Works about the number of kilometers that is under construction across Nigeria, he said there are 2,700 kilometers of road being constructed. This was many, many months ago. Now, the rate at which you are going, Your Excellency, I don't know whether there is any kilometer of road that is going to be left in this country to be constructed. We are here because we have a host governor who is doing so much and who is taking a cue from our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I want you to pay attention to what he has done. Everything that Engineer A.A. Sule has done here, he has told us that he has not taken one kobo, one dime from any bank to do that. The president sent the Senate president to come here to commission a lithium factory a few months ago. Tomorrow, the vice president is coming here to commission one of the largest in Africa. Now, the indication of that is that if there is no enabling environment created by Mr. President and supported by the governors, the subnationals, that will not be possible to do today. Where are the people that are saying that investors are leaving this country? Investors are not leaving Nigeria. Investors are coming back to Nigeria. We are seeing the great work that Mr. President is doing in the health sector in terms of medical industrialization. America is helping Nigeria to support our medical industrialization program, which is the biggest contribution they have done anywhere in the world. Today, Mr. President has instituted the National Education Loans Fund, NEL Fund for short. Because of that single flagship project of Mr. President, over 1 million of our young men and women are in tertiary institutions today. What the president is saying is that if you have the necessary credentials to go to school, you are not able to be shut out of school simply on account of the inability of your parent or guardian to pay for your fees or tuition. Mr. President has solved that for you. Today, for the first time in over 10 years, the gross domestic product, the GDP of Nigeria, has grown to over 4%. Today, our foreign reserve has crossed the $50 billion mark. Today, Nigeria has been taken out of the so-called Financial Action Task Force gray list. Today, all the rating agencies of the world, the Fitch, all of them, the World Bank, IMF, everybody is saying that Nigeria is the best destination to come and do business. What President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing for Nigeria is not for today, like the previous speaker has said. He is building infrastructure that is outliving all of us here today. Now, if you are playing football and your team is winning, do you now go and come and say, all those that are winning, come back home and let me bring my second 11? Nigeria is not ready for any second 11. Nigeria is ready for the best, as exemplified by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and we will all rally him and support him and ensure that he continues to do what he's doing. If President Bola Ahmed, this is happening only in 3 years. Imagine what will happen in another 4 years when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is re-elected into office. mutanen lafiya, mutanen Akwanga, mutanen Nasarawa da Allah ku dan saurare ni. Yau gwamnanku gwamna AA Sule ya faɗi a nan wurin duk ayyukan da yake da sabon tituna da gadoji da yake ta yi bai an so ko kwabon kowa daga wani banki yake muku wannan aikin ba. Kwabo ɗaya bai ranto ba. Jama'a ku tuna kafin shigowar shugaba Bola Ahmed Tinubu akwai jihohi guda 27 wasu sun ce ma har guda 30 ba su ma iya biyan albashin ma'aikata. Yau babu wata jiha da ba ta iya biyan albashin ma'aikatanta. Kowane gwamna yana iya biyan albashin ma'aikatanta. Kuma kowane gwamna yana iya ayyukan da za su daɗa mu al'umma saboda irin goyon baya da suke samu daga wajen shugaba Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Jama'a idan kun samu mai maku aiki sai ku ce kuma ku je ku samo wani wanda ba ku san inda ya nufa ba. Ga wanda ya buɗe maku hanya kaga titi shararra kana bi ka je ka banki daji. Kuna son ku bi daji ne? Jama'an Nasarawa kuna son ku banki daji? Ga hanya an buɗe baku shugaba Bola Ahmed Tinubu ya yi sambai hanya ana ta bi don Allah a zo a haɗa ƙarfi da ƙarfe a goya ma shugabanni baya domin su samu nasara. Kuna da wadada, yana da ƙarfi, yana da jini, yana kuma da niyyar ya maku aiki. Idan mutum ya ce zai baka riga, idan mutum ya ce zai baka riga sai ka dubi rigar da ke wuyarsa. Idan mutum ya ce ya iya aiki, ka dubi wani irin aiki ya yi a da. Yanzu wadadar sanata ne, mu mun san irin gudunmuwa da yake badawa a majalisa domin ci gaban ƙasar nan. Don Allah mu taru, kada ku bi rudanin mutane, ku zo ku bi sanata wadada a nan jiha, ku bi kuma sauran gwamnonin APC a duk inda suke a Najeriya domin mu kai ga nasara. Yau gani ina tsaye da 'yar uwata kuma 'yar uwarku a nan wurin shugaba Bola Ahmed Tinubu ya sa tana ma aikin mata. Tana ma mata aiki a majalisar zartarwa ta Najeriya. San jama'a kuna son ku je ku bi rudani ne? To muna gode maku, ku ci gaba da ba shugaba Bola Ahmed Tinubu goyon baya da kuma chairman ɗin da ya turo chairman na APC na ƙasa baki ɗaya domin mu tabbatar da mun sake zaben shugaba Bola Ahmed Tinubu, mun sake zaben gwamnoni gaba ɗaya na jihar APC. Kada mu banki daji. Jama'a assalamu alaikum.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, ably represented by the APC chairman, may I also recognize the governor of Nasarawa State, governors of Gombe and Plateau. May I recognize all deputy governors here, our incoming governors, our host minister, Minister of State Works. May I recognize all members of the National Assembly, particularly distinguished Senator Wadada, our incoming governor. Wadada tuwa, wadada mia. Wadada nasu, wadada namu. May I also recognize the incoming governor of Gombe State, Alhaji Jamilu Governor. May I recognize my fathers, former governor of Nasarawa State, the Shuaki of Kefi, Engineer Abdullah Adamu, and our royal fathers. I use the Emir of Lafia as the point of reference, the chairman of the council. Everything has been said, but I'll still lend my voice because we left a blind spot. This road would not just enable the ease of life and business, but this road is bringing us together. Here in this hall, we have people from Gombe State, from Plateau State, from Bauchi State, from Yobe State, all have come together, and even from Maiduguri, just to appreciate Mr. President's magnanimity. Mr. President has been doing it all over the country. At FEC, we used to support the agenda of rescoping nationwide. The nationwide project has come to our own axis. Whenever you see the Minister of Works, just call him Mr. Nationwide Rescoping, because he's truly rescoping nationwide. And I'd like to tell you that Mr. President is not just focusing on infrastructure. His reforms is all-encompassing. He's also doing human reforms. He's also ensuring that there's even access to capital so that it can boost economic activity. Just a few days ago, in fact, he approved a lot of money for roads. He also approved a lot of money for small businesses so that they can be able to use these roads. So the reforms is all encompassing. I would like to conclude by reiterating my governor's commitment. He said that we pledged 70% votes. My governor usually exceeds expectations. If he says 70%, he means 80%. So Nigerians expect 80% votes for Mr. President in Nasarawa State because my governor always outdoes whatever he promises. Thank you so much, the people of Nasarawa State. Thank you so much, Mr. President. We've been sitting for so long, so I would like to crave your indulgence for us to stand so that we can sing the mandate song for Mr. President, so that he can hear from the Aso Villa. May we start, please? On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate we shall stand. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Minister, Women Affairs, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Honorable Imam Suleiman FSI. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we will now invite the contractors in charge of this road. I'd like to invite first Mr. Chun Xiang of the CGC, Bauhaus, to get ready. Representative of Bauhaus, are we ready?
Your Excellency, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, represented by the National Chairman of APC, Professor Yewada. Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi. Your Excellencies, the Governors of Nasarawa State, the Gombe State, the Plateau State. Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of State for Works. Your Excellency, the Chairman Senate Committee on Works. Your Honorable Chairman and House Committee on Works. Your Honorable Minister of Information. Your Honorable Minister of Women Affairs. The Permanent Secretary and the Directors of Federal Ministry of Works, our distinguished traditional rulers, leaders of our host community, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's a great honor for me to stand before you today on behalf of CGC Nigeria Limited as we flag off the construction of the Akwanga-Jos Bauchi Gombe Road, Section 1, Phase 1. Today is about more than the start of a road project. It's about connecting people, strengthening regional integration, creating opportunities, and building a stronger Nigeria. This strategic corridor will connect Nigeria's north center and the northeast, improve mobility, facilitate trade, reduce transportation costs, and unlock new economic opportunities for millions of Nigerians. Your Excellencies, the governors, your presence here today reflect a shared commitment to the development of this region. This road belongs not to one state, but to 6 states, millions of people, and one shared future. This road, it will serve the farmers of Nasarawa. It will support the business of Plateau. It will strengthen the industry of Bauchi. It will expand the market of Gombe. It will improve connectivity for Kaduna. Ladies and gentlemen, this project is a powerful reflection of the vision of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the renewed hope agenda. We are especially proud that This highway is one of the President's 4 agency projects designed to reshape Nigeria's transportation network and support long-term national development. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, and builders, we understand that greater infrastructure requires more than engineering. It requires leadership. Since you assumed office, Nigerians have witnessed a new momentum in infrastructure delivery. Across the country, major highways are moving from promise to reality. Your commitment to delivery has inspired confidence throughout the construction industry, and we are honored to work alongside your administration in building a better Nigeria. For more than 44 years, TVC Nigeria Limited has proudly worked with the Nigeria people. Today, on behalf of our entire team, I make one commitment. We will deliver this project safely, professionally, on schedule, and to highest standards of quality. Finally, I sincerely thank the Federal Government of Nigeria, the Federal Ministry of Works, traditional rulers, host communities, and every stakeholder for the trust placed in TVC Nigeria Limited. Together, we are not just building a road, we are building opportunity, prosperity, and a bright future for Nigeria. Thank you very much. May God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Mr. Shun Shang, on behalf of CGC, the construction company, I'd like to invite Engineer Ehab, who will speak because he did the Akwanga underpass.
Your Excellency, Governor of Nasarawa State, Your Excellency, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, Your Excellencies, Governors of Plateau and Gombe and other governors, Your Excellency, Honorable Minister of Public Works, Engineer Omahi, I will not take long time. Today is a proud day for all of us. The project, the underpass 600 meters in Akwanga and the dualization 3.2 kilometer that Your Excellency gave me the trust to be doing it, is not only an underpass or a road. It will make life easier, improve safety, and support the growth of Akwanga and Nasarawa people. Your Excellency, Governor Sule, from the first day I had the privilege of meeting you, I saw your passion and your genuine love for Nasarawa State. From that day, I made a promise to myself that I would not be only a contractor working in Nasarawa State. I wanted to become a true partner in your vision and play a part building a better Nasarawa. If this project has added even a step in that journey, then it is one of the greatest honors of my life, Your Excellency. Thank you. I sincerely thank the good people of Akwanga local government for their patience with us, support, understanding, and cooperation throughout this project. This achievement belongs to all of us. Allow me, Your Excellency, I also would love to thank all my colleagues, all the team who supported this project, who've been working days and nights under your supervision to make it happen in the best time and in the best quality possible. Finally, Your Excellency, Governor Sule, thank you once again for your trust and confidence in us. We look forward to serving Nasarawa State again and again and contributing many more projects that improve the lives of its people. Thank you very much, and God bless Nasarawa and God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Ehab, for the work you have done, and also we thank you for the work for the underpass, and of course we have the Managing Director of CGC also, Mr. Zhong Xiang, who also spoke before him. We thank the contractors, for without them, no work can be done. Let's give a round of applause to contractors for both projects. Your Excellency, Mr. President, One of Nigeria's hidden natural resources is the Kiana Saltwater Lake with healing properties. Several years ago, in an NTA documentary of sites and locations, I stayed in Kiana for 3 days. I became a queen, and I lived there, conferred with the title Echo by the Osana of Kiana, who has ascended to his ancestors, His Royal Highness Osana Emmanuel Elayo. I danced with the women, I ate from the palace, and I left with lots of bags of salt, many tubers of yams, and therefore I'm indeed a citizen of Kiana, Nasarawa State. It's always good to be back home. Another state that is home to me is that state where the weather never changes. Please help me welcome my brother, the governor of Plateau State, to speak on behalf of all other governors, His Excellency Governor Caleb Muftwang, who is making his way wearing a jaunty hat for this groundbreaking ceremony. And he's going to speak on behalf of all the other governors along the Superhighway.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the National Chairman of the APC, my brother, Professor Nentawe Yilwada Goshwe. As I'm talking, let me report my chairman of the Northern Governors Forum, who just played a coup on me and has asked me to stand in on his behalf, and other governors here represented by their deputies. It's indeed an honor to be here, and permit me to adopt all the protocols that has already been laid for want of time. I know we are tired. This place is a bit getting stuffy, but I must pay tribute to all our leaders who are here from all walks of life, the executive, the National Assembly, our traditional rulers, and everyone who has graced this very important occasion. Indeed, this is an epoch-making event. For me personally, let me say that this is a dream come true. The Honorable Minister of Works, leader, former governor of the Ebonyi State, would know that I have led delegations of Plateau leaders to his office severally in pursuit of the realization of this project. And I want to thank God that today, leaders of Plateau are here, 2 former governors are here with me, senators are here, the former deputy governor is here, to show you that actually, if not because you did small partiality for your in-law, this commissioning should have started at the Plateau end, but we do understand. Nevertheless, the important thing is that a dream that began several years ago is coming to fruition today. And I want to thank all those who have contributed one way or the other. When we as Plateau leaders went to your office, National Assembly members, state executive members, we started this journey, and then God in His mercy put the icing on the cake and brought the national chairman also from Plateau State. So you have no way of escaping. this is a project that must be delivered. It means so much for Plateau people. But beyond Plateau people, Borno State is waiting for this road. Yobe is waiting for this road. Adamawa is waiting. Taraba is waiting. Gombe is praying. Bauchi is hoping that this road will be a reality. And I want to assure you that by the time, even if you abandon the Akwanga end and you just do Jos to Forest, it will make a lot of impact on Nigerians. But I know you will start from both ends and come in gradually. We want to thank Mr. President for approving this project. I remember when he first granted approval at the National Council of States meeting that this road be included among the legacy projects. It was quite heartwarming. And this indeed will leave a lasting legacy in the minds of our people. While this road will certainly bring blessings and prayers for Mr. President as it's being constructed, I know it's beyond politics. It is about a man who cares about legacy. And indeed, when this road is finally delivered, I believe that Mr. President will never be forgotten. But a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And today we are beginning that journey. That is why I want to let Nigerians know that Mr. President walks the talk. That when he promises, he keeps it. And we are seeing this coming to reality. And I am very confident that Mr. President will deliver on his promises. There may be delays, but I see light at the end of the tunnel. Many of us, because of the challenges of the present, forget where Mr. President met Nigeria. Mr. President met Nigeria at a point of virtual collapse, if truth must be told. At that point in time, we were using 97% of our income to service our debts. We were down in our foreign reserves to a high time low. And the pillage in Central Bank was the most scandalous in our national history, where we had abused the ways and means to trillions of naira. But today, the country is on a rebound. The macroeconomic indices are showing significant upward trajectory that I believe that it's a matter of time that these things will trickle down to the majority of Nigerians. One thing is very clear, and Mr. President has told us very clearly, the emphasis on agricultural production. And one of the key elements that facilitates agricultural production is access to markets. Access by the farmers to bring their markets to where they can be sold. And there is never a better time to see a project of this magnitude take off at this time in the course of our history. Let me thank Engineer Dave Umahi. I've seen how he has committed himself to this project. I've been to his office where he has summoned all the staff. We've had discussions. He has pursued this project with vim and vigor, with zest and zeal. And today we're seeing the manifestation of that determination. Sir, we thank you. Honorable Minister of State for Works, thank you for complimenting him. And all the Federal Executive Council. We have done the groundwork. Thank God we have somebody that can always speak to you above us. When the national chairman calls, I'm sure you will not fail to answer. So on behalf of the good people of Plateau State, on behalf of the good people of the Northeast Zone that will benefit mostly from this road, we want to say thank you, and we wish us a very successful completion. We will keep praying that the funds will continue to flow so that we can finish this road in good time. God bless all of us. Thank you.
very well spoken, representing all the governors who are beneficiaries of this superhighway. A man wearing an army green Niger Delta hat today would like to thank His Excellency, the Governor of Plateau State. We thank you so very much for your intervention. Let's hear another round of applause for him, please. Thank you so much. Your Excellency, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, every time I stand on the podium and I announce that somebody is my brother, my sister, people wonder, this woman, where is she from? I'm a Nigerian. And so the next person I'm going to introduce, and he will give me a couple of minutes, a minute or two to introduce him properly, is a man who is an in-law to us in Kogi State, because my son married from his state. So he's our in-law. And you know, matters concerning in-law, akwekonya. So you have to be careful so you don't cross the line. They don't come and carry their daughter. But we are looking after her, and she has given us a grandson, and we're very proud of her and proud of my son who chose from his state. The quote by this gentleman is that no section of the country is left out in the infrastructural development, roads and bridges. July 31st, 2025, after FEC meeting at State House, Abuja. And my favorite quote from him is the second one, quote, "I have a healing balm in seeing good infrastructure projects. When I am sick and I see good infrastructure, I get well." September 2025, Makudi, Benue State, during an inspection of ongoing projects. His infrastructural antecedents in his state when he was governor is well known and well recorded. Abakaliki wears a new forward-looking ambience. Following engineering trends and emerging technologies, Engineer Umahi follows the lead of his principal, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and has been working round the clock along with the Prince of Sokoto on superhighways and coastal roads and several other roads. It is within the Tinubu administration's renewed hope agenda that these roads are activated, flagged off, superhighways starting from Akwanga to Jos in this first tranche. Would like at this point to tell you that it's a privilege to be the director of ceremony when me and my colleague Ebere Young did the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway first part. I was the director of ceremony. It is once again my privilege to be here today as director of ceremony and to invite this gentleman who has done so well, the Honorable Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahi.
Thank you. My in-law, thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, here represented by our very dear National Chairman and a professor in physics and a professor in politics, Your Excellency, Professor Nentao, the APC National Chairman. Your Excellency, we are happy to have you, and you are eminently qualified to represent our President. Your Excellency, my in-law, the host governor, and an engineer governor. Your Excellency, Governor A.A. Sule. Your Excellency, my brother, my friend, the Governor of Plateau State, Governor Caleb. Your Excellencies, our dear National Assembly, my friend, the brother, the Honorable Minister of Work State, the representative of other governors, my father, my friend, my Lord, the Emir of Lafia, good to have you, sir, and other traditional rulers. The incoming, the Sixth Senator Wadada, my headmasters, the House of Rep Committee Works and Senate Committee Works, my PAM Secretary, my honorable ministers that are here, my dear brothers and sisters. Today, we are here to flag off Section 1 of the fourth legacy project of Mr. President. Don't forget that 3 weeks back, we were in Gombe State, where we flagged off Section 2 of this stretch of route that is taken off from Akwanga, passing through Kaduna, passing through Jos, to Bauchi, to Gombe. And the National Chairman just reminded me that after Gombe, this road is cutting into the southern Yobe. And so we are going to incorporate Yobe, and then from Yobe, Gombe, to Biu, and to Medugri. The entire stretch of the road is 700 kilometers. Don't forget that the first legacy project of Mr. President is 750, cutting through Lagos to Ogun to Ondo to Edo, Edo to Delta, Delta to Bayelsa, Bayelsa Rivers, Rivers Akwa Ibom, and Cross River. And the third legacy project is taking off from Cross River, where the first legacy project stopped. And that is going from Cross River to my state, Ebonyi, where the first section is ongoing, and from Ebonyi. The second section has just been approved, and it is ongoing, and it is going from the Ebonyi down to the Benue boundary between Benue and Ebonyi. That's another 168 kilometers. That's been awarded, it's ongoing, and it stopped at Nasarawa at Owete Bridge, which means that from Ebonyi, where the governor of Nasarawa took his wife, you know, that very community, you can come straight to Nasarawa at Owete. And so that stretch has been awarded and is ongoing. And from there, it gets to FCT in Apu. But you see, within FCT, there is a stretch that takes us to, you know, Maraba to Kefi. And of course, you see the beautiful work the president is doing at Maraba Kefi. That's 43 kilometers dualized. One full section is already completed by China Harbour. The second carriageway, which is Abuja bound, is ongoing by the JRUB, indigenous company. And so from there, you now get to this Akwanga. And so the Akwanga now takes us to, you know, Kaduna section. From there, it gets to Jos to Bauchi, you know. So at the end of the Sokoto Badagry, you take him from Sokoto, 120 kilometer, dualized by 6 lane. That is already awarded, ongoing. About 40% of work is completed. And then you now get to Kebi, 258 kilometer, you know, 6 lane dualized, about 30% of work done. And then, so from this Kebi, it will link you to Niger. That has not been procured. And from Niger to Kwara. But from Kwara to Oyo axis, that's 180 kilometer by 2. That's 360 kilometer. That's been awarded and is ongoing. And from Oyo section to Ogun section to Badagry, which is the end of the route, it's been awarded. That's section 3, and it's 162 kilometer dualized, and it is ongoing. Now, the story here is that the 4 legacy project of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is dotting through the 6 geopolitical zone. What a fair president. Can we put our hands together for Mr. President? You know, but that's not the end of the story. The story is that the entire 4 legacy projects are connected. At the Badagry section, you have about 61 kilometers going through the Snake Island, through Ogogoro Island, and then we have 3.5, you know, tunnel, and it's going to be the first tunnel in Africa. And so it's going to go through that tunnel and they connect to VI. That is the beginning of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. So that is the story. But that is not the end of the story. You can see by the time you get to Maiduguri, Borno State, we already have, from Kano to Maiduguri, already dualized. But the 100.9 kilometer of Kano to Jigawa is very bad. So we terminated it and gave it to tractor. That project is ongoing. And you also have section 5 at the Maiduguri section, which is not very good. That job has been reviewed and is been given to CCACC that are doing it. So what it means is that the entire section can connect from this Sokoto. We have Sokoto to Zamfara. Zamfara, all the way to Zaria, 350 kilometers, which is 700 kilometers. The president is doing it. And most of the roads is being changed to reinforced concrete pavement. From Sokoto to Zamfara, we've achieved over 50 kilometers. We have about 30 to finish on one carriageway. So the story is that the president is connecting the entire, country. So you start from one point in the next 3 years, because God has guaranteed second tenure of the president. God has guaranteed it. This is magical. This is miraculous. No any other administration ever attempted it. I was in an inspection of some project in the southwest, and I was coming from Ife, Ibadan, Ife, Ilesha. That's 108 kilometers by 2. In one carriageway, over 70 kilometers has been done on concrete. So we were coming. My National Assembly members were with us, and then we had a flood. In a section of that road. That road has not lasted up to 3 years. But the bad news is that the entire stretch of the border bound is fully destroyed. It's fully destroyed. And it's so disheartening. And it was done with asphalt. And that's why when I had this fight of the use of concrete, and I thank God for the president, he was majorly the person that supported me. Today, FEC approved that road that was constructed just less than 2 years must have to be reconstructed with reinforced concrete. It's the most traffic section of our country. And so when you look at the Abuja, to Kaduna, Zaria, Kano, that's 375 kilometers. About 140 kilometers by 2 was completed by Julius Berger. But the bad news is that if you go through that road now, you will see a couple of failures on the road. And so the reinforced concrete technology of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is quite innovative. And I feel so sad, when my brother, the former governor of Anambra State, who should know what administration is, what governance is. I saw in social media where he got to a point where the road is bad, and he snapped it. And, so when did, governance reduce to comedy? And so he was attacking my integrity and personality. And I'm always ready, for a debate. I'm always ready to disaggregate the cost, unit cost of, concrete, and to debate with him. And so I feel so sad because governance is the responsibility of everybody. The president is not here today, but I have to be the president by performing the job that the president has assigned to me. So governance is the job of everybody. Look at our infrastructure being destroyed. Look at vehicles parking on our roads. Must the president go there and stand there? So we take responsibility. If anything goes wrong in Ministry of Works, I take responsibility, not the president. And so I want to commend the president very highly. And I want to thank the fashioner chairman of, ADC, my namesake, His Excellency David Mark. He was bold to say, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done very well in infrastructure. He was bold to say that. But my brother, Governor Wike, has replied him because he damaged his sincerity by saying, is it true that we chop? The infrastructure road is the GDP that grows every other GDP. When a road is cut, it's like the person is in prison. Because when you cannot go from one point to the other, then you are in prison. But look at what the president is doing. When one distance to the other, when Nasarawa is very close to Ebonyi,
When Ebonyi is very close to Cross River, when Cross River is close to Sokoto, then that is the GDP that we are looking at. And under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you can see that the GDP is growing, stronger and higher than the population growth. That is a big plus. And I thank the Minister of Information. He has given, a full brief of the exploits that the President has done. So when people darken council without knowledge, when the second 11, we are second 11, we are learning from the first 11, Mr. President. And so when these people that are a little below our class, when they darken council without knowledge, I feel so sad. And I feel that they should come and debate with us first. The president's representative. They are not qualified to talk about the president. This is a man that even when I'm going to see him, because he is embodiment of wisdom and knowledge. He's a man of few words, but he's a great man. He's a divine president. And so Nigerians are taking note of the great work the president is doing. When we came on board, every time we were being demarcated at the social media. In fact, in Ekoma, they drew attention of us when one truck fell. That was just 2 months of the president being in office. And somebody has to swim to go and rescue the driver. Today in that Ekoma, it is a beauty to behold. Under Bua tax credit, that 40-kilometer section of that Ekoma is being fully done. But Mr. Chairman, let me tell you something. Why I thank very highly the governors on this corridor for their commitment, for their doggedness, for their insistence for this 4 legacy project of the president. I want to thank you. I want to thank the governor of Plateau State. I remember one, federal state council. You were the one you were very bold to tell the president in advance, thank you for the 4th legacy project. Thank you very much. And I know the pressure that the national chairman has given to me. My in-law, I know the pressure that they have mounted on me. And each time I go, the president say, look, we have to do it. We have to do it. I'm so lucky to have a president who is infrastructure, God, the small G. I'm so lucky to have a man of few words, a man of courage, a man that has, a lot of desire to take back our country. And so when people insult the president, I feel so sad. Because every day we are on the road. Every day we are pushed by the president. Tomorrow we are in Plateau State. We are there to flag off the Baban, Lamba, Sharam road. We are there to do that. The next day we are in Meduguri. We are to go and flag off Dikwa and what's the name of the other one? Dikwa and which one? Dikwa, yes. We are going to flag it off. That is the axis of the military, and they're very happy. They're all coming. The next day we are going to Lagos. We are going to solve the problem of flooding along the coastal highway. So we're going to provide a solution. And so the upper week, we are flagging off the Biringwari, project. And so the president is doing a lot. If I fail to do this assignment he has given to me, I should be held responsible, not the president. And that is what our father, Papa Adeboye, was trying to say, that the president is commander-in-chief, and that everyone takes responsibility. And he said, look, if you give Minister of Works assignment to do, and he fails to do it, you fire him. How many people are you going to fire? Even in your house, there are differences. And so the president, gives responsibility to everybody. And I want to thank our subnational governors. They are doing quite a lot, but I think they are too quiet. They are too quiet. They have to tell the story. They have to tell how they are doing a lot to change the lives of their people. They have to tell the people what the president is doing. When I was Governor Sule, our earning was between 3.5 billion to 4.5. Anytime we had 4.5, we would call for empowerment. But today, the story is different because of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And so the subnational should tell the story. They should tell the things that are doing in their states. And this is very important. And so I want to thank you very, very much.
North Central, you have every cause to be very loyal to the president. You have every cause to give us 90% of your votes. Only yesterday, Lambata, to Mokwa to Tegena, 400.9 kilometer by 2 carriageway was approved for construction. 1.83 trillion. That is Dangote tax credit. Only yesterday. You can see that from, Maraba, from Kefi down to Makode, it was completed in the administration of Mr. President. That is 255 kilometers by 2, 750 million US dollars. That was completed under the president. That the scratch that we started, 260 kilometers from Makode, all the way to 9th Mile, that is 995 million US dollars under China Harbor. And there is a flyover at Makode. That is the good morning to appreciate the governor of Benue State. That flyover, we introduced it. And so you have every cause to thank the president very well. Is it Abuja to Lokoja? We have over 5 different contractors working, and we changed the pavement features to concrete. Is it to talk about Suleja Mina, 71 kilometers, 93 billion each carriageway, CC, and CGC. You have every cause to be grateful to the president. I don't want to provoke other zones, but I want you to know that to whom much is given, much is expected. So I want to thank you and thank my dear brother and in-law, the governor of Nasarawa State, for a lot of arrangement that with Sabo here was put in place by him. And he had to even come to our office, for us to discuss this project. Mr. National Chairman, I congratulate you. I was a chairman, but a smaller one in my state. So I know what it means, to do, a Congress. I know what it means. But you can see it is difficult to satisfy everybody. But you have kept the party together under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I am very, very thankful to you. There's no way some people will not be angry as a result of the outcome. But honestly, you've done your best. If I'm to score you, I will score you 99.9999%. You've done very, very well. And I say congratulations. And I think this is your first official assignment. First is to commission the Akwanga Township, road project dualized, 3.7 kilometers done by my in-law, the governor of Nasarawa State. It's a beauty to behold. There's something the national chairman told me. He says it seems that when engineers are in office, the nature of their infrastructure, the quality of their infrastructure is totally different. I say also add accountants. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has added accountants. And so I want to commend you. I had to steal the flyover you are doing at, Kefi Day, Maraba Kefi. I had to steal it, and they have come to my state to start it. And I've told my director that is now the standard. I had to steal it from you. This is very, very, entertaining. So I commend you for the development of Nasarawa State. I commend you, the governor of Plateau State. I thank you very much, a very humble man, for what you are doing in Plateau. We are going to sleep in Plateau for 2 days, and we look through all the projects you are doing and the projects the president is doing. I want to thank you. Thank you for all you are doing for our people. Thank you because you are rewriting the history. Thank you because you are supporting the president. And I want to pray that God Almighty that sees the heart of men will continue to strengthen the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We continue to encourage him. While the noisemakers in social media are making noise, the God Almighty is empowering him in health, in peace, in wisdom, and in knowledge. And together, we will shake the bridge. 2031 is the exit date of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm a priest, I'm also a prophet, and I have prophesied. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me announce that we have compiled most of our routes in the 6 geopolitical zones. And from Plateau, we are going to launch out we're going to unveil it, So the representation of the president continues, to Plateau. and because he will unveil, the compilation. But let me say that all the projects have not been listed because time will not allow us to do that. But we are going to come up with volume 2, where all the projects that were not captured will be captured. This is very important. And when Nigerians see what the president is doing, I'm sure that they will thank God for bringing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And so it's my pleasure to, on behalf of Ministry of Works, to hand over the site to the contractor, CGCOC/CGC joint venture. To the glory of God, you will not stop this project. And let me announce that the president has approved the immediate release of 111 billion to this contractor for a takeoff. And while I was here, the Minister of Finance sent me a letter and said, please give us the original documents of president approval so that we can pay. So hold him responsible because he's going to be paid this week. And let me direct, very important, that this project, like what High Tech is doing, and for the avoidance of doubt, those that attack High Tech for the legacy projects, the High Tech is not doing the third legacy project, it's Info West. High Tech is not doing this section or section 1 of the fourth legacy project. And we are asking contractors that have ability, because 30% is, being funded by federal government, 70% is going to be foreign loan. And so if you have the ability to get foreign finance, please come. We still have many sections to give out, provided you are competitive. And I have outlawed the use of asphalt in Ministry of Works. It can only be the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu reinforced concrete technology. No be so? No be so? I'm seeing the former Deputy Governor of Plateau. So you are hosting us today. Lalong, thank you very much. It's because of time. Otherwise, you would have said something. You've been on our neck too. I think, Senator Plank, the same. I think, the governor and the national chairman, put up a very serious army to make sure that this takes off. And it has taken off. So I give to you, you must start this project within the next 1 week at Akwanga and at Jos and another one at the middle. If it doesn't happen, the project is gone. Is that okay? Do you promise?
I promise.
Very good. Good man. Thank you. God will bless you. And to my PAM secretary, you look at the completed projects from, Kefi, from Kefi to Akwanga. The shoulders is gone. Something has to be done. That's a very wrong design. And you have to stop anyone that is using anything on the shoulder from Makode construction to 9 Mile. We must have the courage to insist that the shoulders should be concrete. So write them, and if they won't do it, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we get another contractor to do it. Look at the, Maraba to Kefi, the Kefi bound. I'm sure everybody loves it, and it's difficult, even though it's asphalt. But under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if we accidentally do asphalt, it's going to last. It is my pleasure to invite the man of destiny, the man that God has called to take back our country, the infrastructure guru, the man of great wisdom, a man of few words, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Aswaji of Nigeria, the great man that is taking this country to its envious height in 2031. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Please take your seats. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer A.A. Sule. Let me emphasize that engineer. His Excellency, my governor, the governor of Plateau State, my senior in secondary school, Barrister Caleb Mutfwang. His Excellency, the Governor of Gombe, who just left, Alhaji Mohammed Inuwayaya, the Deputy Governors of Nasarawa, Bauchi, and Gombe here present, the National Assembly members here present. Let me recognize the former Governor of Plateau State, to be specific, Senator Simon Bako Lalong, and Senator Diket Plang, my head boy in secondary school, and also recognize Senator Wadada, the incoming Governor of Nasarawa State. I will use them as a point of contact to recognize all National Assembly members here present. The Minister of Works, the performing minister, always working, always day and night, traveling from state to state. Your Excellency, Senator David Umahi, I'm proud to know that we are all engineers. And I'm proud also that I serve with you in FEC. You're such a great person. I've been to Ebonyi. I saw your signature all over the state. And you brought those transformations to the national level. And for the president supporting you to be here, you're the signature boy of this administration. Thank you for what you're doing. The Minister of Women Affairs, my sister, Minister of Information, and the Minister of State for Works, the former Governor of Nasarawa State, our father, the former National Chairman, former Governor of Nasarawa State, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, the speakers of Nasarawa State House of Assembly and Plateau State House of Assembly here present, and all House of Assembly members here present, members of the State Executive Council, the traditional rulers here present, led by the Emir of Lafia. Let me observe other protocol for one of time. Distinguished guests, I feel highly delighted, believe me, highly delighted to be here today to continue the flag of one of the legacy projects under the Renew Hope agenda, the fourth to be specific, reconstruction of Akwanga-Jos, Bauchi, Biu, Maiduguri, Superhighway. In addition, let me add Yobe State as part of the states that will benefit from this project. And it covers 125 kilometers. The project is a critical component of the federal government's road infrastructure development program, aimed at enhancing connectivity, improving road safety, and stimulating socio-economic activities along the corridor. On the 4th June 2026, I performed similar feat at Gombe Biu, in Gombe, and Borno State, which is section 2 of the 4th legacy project, running from Akwanga, Kaduna, Jos, Bauchi, Gombe, Biu, and Maiduguri, 700 kilometers by 6 lanes of the CRCP. It is important to know that this legacy project was approved by Federal Executive Council to be procured, awarded, and constructed in sections. In Section 1, Phase 1 of the Akwanga-Maiduguri Superhighway, it's a 125-kilometer stretch spanning from Akwanga, Kaduna to Jos, in Nasarawa, Kaduna, and Plateau State as part of the larger 700-kilometer Akwanga-Maiduguri Superhighway, cutting across 5 states, northeastern states of the country, as follows. Akwanga, Kaduna to Jos, 125 kilometers. Jos, Bauchi, 135 kilometers. Bauchi to Gombe, 162 kilometers. Gombe to Biu, 125 kilometers. Biu to Maiduguri, 188 kilometers, spanning 700 kilometers in all. The above distances connecting communities cities from one of the most important inland passages in the country: Akwanga, Kaduna, Jos, Bauchi, Gombe, Biu, and Maiduguri. These are not just names of routes. They are communities. They are markets. They are villages. They are state capitals. They are commissional nerves. They are correctional zones. They are security passages and capitals of cities, and a gateway into one of Nigeria's most important regions of the country. We have already commenced mobilization of the construction at Gombe section towards Maiduguri, and today we shall flag off the construction of Akwanga-Jos carriageway by 3 lanes of 125 kilometers. Most sections are being designed for procurement and award within Jos Bauchi and Bauchi Gombe and Biu Maiduguri Superhighway. I have the good news of serious work going on at the different sections of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, Section 1 in Lagos. Of this road has been substantially completed. Section 2 in Ogun has reached 60% completion. Section 3A and B and 3B in Akwa Ibom and Cross Rivers has reached 20% completion, and Section 4A and B in Akwa Ibom also has reached 5% completion, while Section 5 has been awarded and work is ongoing. I have directed more sections to be designed and procured. On the construction of Sokoto-Badagry Road, Section 1 in Sokoto has reached 40% completion. Section 2 in Kebbi has reached 60% completion. Section 3 in Ogun has reached 18% completion. And Section 4 in Oyo is under mobilization. I have directed accelerated work on another section of Sokoto-Badagry Superhighway, and the project is moving on smoothly. On the Trans-Sahara trade route, a dream of our past colonial administration, I am happy with the progress of work achieved already. This route spans from Calabar to Ebonyi, to Benue, to Kogi, to Nasarawa, and ends in the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. Section 1, Ebonyi, has reached 15% completion. Section 2 in Benue is undergoing mobilization, and other sections are undergoing engineering design. Let me assure you that with God on our side, we shall complete these projects and deploy them for the benefit of economic revolution of our country. These roads shall be done and will be successful. And note that North Central alone has the highest number of projects in the country. We have 35 major projects ongoing, 5 already completed, and 30 ongoing. We have 61 emergency intervention across the North Central, the highest across the country, and most of them already completed. I have since directed the Honorable Minister of Works, working with the Surveyor General of the Federation and all governors of member states where these legacy projects routes will pass through, to procure reasonable setback land for future road expansion and building of infrastructure to ensure road architecture and return on investment, and to also enhance tolling and maintenance of these roads. I request the governors to please ensure that this request is carried out. Let me commend the Federal Minister of Works and Mr. CGC, JV company, and all contractors involved in our road development. Please do not just be contractors, but be our development partners. Train our youths, transfer talents, build skills, create jobs in the communities, ensure that our young people are part and parcel of jobs that will be created, ensure that we transfer skills, reasonable skills in our communities, ensure that jobs are created, reasonable jobs are created, build economy around the communities so that people have the benefit of the entire job being reasonably domiciled in their communities. Please do not just be contractors or our development partners. Get our youths, like I said, involved in what you are doing and help them to learn from your operation. Let them benefit and let the nation also benefit. Having said that, let me say Let me see. Nasarawa Segir. Nasarawa Segir. Nigeria Segir. Akwanga Segir. Mada Segir. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Excellency, we want to thank His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has given us the APC chairman to deliver this particular intervention as special guest of honor. We will now call for the... Is he going to inspect? He's going to commission. He's going to flag off this. Yes. Okay, then we'll do the anthem there. Okay. The president is going to the flag off site to flag off this project. And while he is there, we'll keep our eyes on him in order for us to call for a salute to the nation. As that is going on, I'd like to thank Haji Asefia for standing by me in this assignment. Media, stand by. When it's time, we'll call for the national anthem. But now, he's going to flag off this project that will go through several states in the north. Thank you.
Akwai wani makulli da aka tsinta, makullin mota. Makullin mota an tsinta, idan makullin ka ya bata, ka samu chief of staff na chairman na Akwanga local government. Chief of staff na chairman na Akwanga sai ka bashi kwatancin makullin ka ya baka.
Would like to call for the official photograph for this event. Real quick, official photograph.
Ladies and gentlemen, this program is officially rounded up on behalf of my mentor, Mrs. Eugenia Abu, the Federal Minister of Works, Nasarawa State Government, and all the governors that are here. We've come to the end of this program. May I ask that we rise for the national anthem? We'll take the national anthem because we've officially come to the end of this program. The groundbreaking of the roads that will go from Nasarawa State through to Plateau, to Bauchi, to Gombe, to Yobe, and to Maiduguri. It's been a wonderful moment. The president was represented by the national chairman of the APC. We had the executive governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi Sile here, the executive governor of Gombe, His Excellency Inua Yahaya, His Excellency the executive governor of Plateau State, His Excellency Barrister Caleb Mutfwang, and other state governors that were represented here. On behalf, let's have the national anthem, ladies and gentlemen. Can we have the national anthem, please? Bringing us to the end of this event officially.
We welcome you. The national anthem, please. The national anthem. Let's be seated, please. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, represented here by the President of the Senate and the Chairman of the National Assembly, His Excellency Senator Goswill Obot Akpabio-Jisu. Let me welcome all the members of the National Assembly that are here, both serving and former. I'd like to welcome the Honorable Minister of the His Excellency Eze-Wonyeson Wike CON, the Honorable Minister of State for FCT, Dr. Maria Mahmood, the Honorable Minister of State for Industry, Senator John Eno Ewan,